In the relentless whirlwind of life, where we are incessantly lashed by storms of emotions and flooded with a deluge of thoughts, we find refuge in a safe harbor: Stoicism. This ancient philosophy, born among the historic columns of the Greek Agorist, stands as a beacon of clarity, illuminating our path through the stormy waters of existence. In this exploration, I will accompany you on a journey to discover 10 Stoic rules, true keys to forging a resilient soul, capable of facing emotional storms with balance and intelligence. In a world where passions can easily drag us into a spiral of excess, temperance emerges as the cardinal virtue for self-control and inner resilience. Inspired by the goddess Athena, a symbol of wisdom and justice, we learn the importance of wearing the armor of moderation. This is not armor that constrains us, but a tailored garment that allows us to move freely between the extremes of life, without getting lost in its excesses. Temperance, therefore, does not teach us to deny the joys of life, but to enjoy them with awareness, without letting them dominate us. Like Athena, who weighs every decision with balance and discernment, so can we evaluate our choices, acting not on impulse, but through calm and measured reflection. This approach allows us to face challenges with a clear mind and a serene heart, finding our strength not in indiscriminate indulgence, but in the ability to govern our desires. Temperance thus becomes the shield that protects us, allowing us to live a full life, without being slaves to our passions. In the epic of life, where every day can present itself as a battle, courage is revealed not only in the grandeur of heroic deeds, but in the daily resilience in the face of challenges. Inspired by the legendary figure of Hercules and his 12 labors, we recognize that each overcome obstacle enriches our spirit, tempering our inner strength as fire refines gold. This courage does not imply the absence of fear, but the ability to face it, to look adversity in the face and proceed anyway. It is the determination of Hercules in completing his missions, despite the improbable odds, that inspires us. In this journey, each challenge becomes a strict but fair teacher, teaching us valuable lessons about our strength, endurance, and the ability to surpass limits we thought were insurmountable. Adopting this spirit of courage in everyday life allows us to face even the fiercest storms of life with determination, knowing that beyond every dark night, dawn waits patiently. The strength found in overcoming adversity lights the path to a greater understanding of ourselves and the world, revealing that true courage resides in the resilient heart of those who dare to face the unknown with hope and determination. In the complex fabric of human relationships, where the actions of an individual can deeply influence the lives of many, justice emerges as a fundamental guiding principle. Inspired by the figure of Dike, the divine incarnation of justice in ancient Greece, we learn to evaluate our decisions and actions through the lens of fairness and the common good. This virtue invites us to transcend the boundaries of selfishness, considering the impact of our choices on others and the world around us. Acting with justice means weaving relationships based on mutual respect, understanding, and the aspiration to a greater good, beyond our immediate desires and needs. The essence of justice, however, resides not only in respecting others, but also in a deep sense of self-responsibility. It is in our ability to listen, empathize, and act with integrity that we demonstrate our commitment to a more equitable and compassionate community. Like Dike, who balances her scales with a firm but just hand, so we are called to weigh our actions, choosing paths that strengthen bonds of trust and cooperation. In this pursuit of justice, we find not only the road to social peace, but also to inner peace, knowing that we have acted not for personal gain, but for the collective well-being. Justice, therefore, becomes not only a compass for our actions in the external world, but also a beacon that illuminates our inner path towards harmony and wisdom. In a world dotted with uncertainties, wisdom shines like a polar star, offering us guidance and clarity. Echoes of the teachings of Socrates, who exhorted to inner examination and constant dialogue as ways to the truth, resonate in this Stoic principle. Wisdom in this context manifests not only in the accumulation of knowledge, but in the ability to apply this knowledge with discernment and humility in daily life. This path toward wisdom invites us to consider carefully our actions, thoughts, and words, choosing the path that leads to personal growth and collective well-being. It is an invitation to cultivate curiosity, to remain open in the face of mystery and complexity of the world, always seeking a deeper understanding of the people and situations we encounter. Through the practice of reflection, we learn to unravel the traps of ignorance and prejudice, approaching the true essence of things with an open mind and available heart. Wisdom allows us to face challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities to exercise our judgment, to learn and grow. In this light, wisdom becomes a guide that illuminates our path, helping us to face the complexities of existence with grace and awareness. It teaches us to value every experience, good or bad, as a precious teacher on the path of personal and collective enlightenment. In the Stoic journey towards inner serenity, freedom from desire marks a fundamental milestone. Ancient teachings show us that the incessant quest for satisfaction through material goods and external successes only fuels a vicious circle of never-satisfied needs. And it is here that the principle of autarky, or self-sufficiency, becomes vital. Learning to find peace and contentment in the riches of one's being, rather than in external acquisitions. This does not imply a total renunciation of life's pleasures, but an awakening to the realization that true joy arises from within. Like Demeter, goddess of agriculture, who accepts and embraces the natural cycles of the earth, so must we embrace the fluctuations of life, recognizing that happiness does not depend on what we possess, but on how we perceive and live our inner world. Through the practice of gratitude and acceptance, we discover an unprecedented freedom, the freedom to be truly ourselves, regardless of external circumstances. This freedom from desire allows us to live with lightness and simplicity, celebrating every moment for the gift that it is, without the anxiety of possession or the fear of loss. Adopting this perspective transforms not only our relationship with the material world, but also illuminates the path to lasting happiness, rooted in the wisdom of the heart and the strength of the soul. In life, our actions resonate far beyond the moment they are performed, weaving the fabric of our existence and the communities in which we live. Correct action, guided by ethical principles and an internal moral compass, reflects the essence of our being. Taking inspiration from Achilles, whose valor was tempered by a deep awareness of his own mortality and destiny, we are invited to consider the weight and importance of our daily choices. Acting with intention and awareness, putting our strength and abilities at the service of others, not only elevates our spirit, but enriches the entire social fabric. Correct action thus becomes a powerful statement of who we are and what we believe in, a beacon of possibility and positive change in the world. Life often tests us with unexpected storms. Equanimity, the inner calm in the midst of the storm, draws inspiration from the Stoic acceptance of vicissitudes as an integral part of existence. Penelope, with her patience and loyalty, symbolizes this virtue, waiting for the return of Ulysses. This ability to maintain an undisturbed heart in the face of highs and lows allows us to observe challenges with detachment and wisdom, finding within ourselves the strength to overcome them. Equanimity becomes a bulwark against emotional agitation, allowing us to face every trial with serenity. In the theater of existence, self-control proves essential to directing our personal narrative towards an epilogue of growth and fulfillment. Inspired by the figure of Apollo, god of foresight and music, who with his lyre subdued the darkest passions, we recognize the importance of mastering our most primitive impulses. This mastery over ourselves allows us to play the notes of our life with harmony and intention, transforming emotional chaos into a symphony of inner balance. Through self-control, we learn to dance gracefully between desires and duties, shaping our existence with the same art and dedication of a master musician who molds the perfect melody. In life, we often find ourselves searching for a sense of belonging and support. The community represents that safe haven where we can find comfort, understanding, and shared strength. Reflecting on the wisdom of the ancients who gathered in the agora to share knowledge and mutual support, we recognize the vital importance of cultivating authentic relationships. These bonds not only enrich our personal journey, but also weave a net of emotional and spiritual safety that supports us in times of need. The community thus becomes a beacon of light in the storm, a place where our joys are multiplied and our burdens lightened by sharing. Cultivating gratitude transforms the perception of life, inviting us to value every moment and relationship as an invaluable gift. This deep appreciation for what we have, rather than a constant desire for what is missing, roots our existence in a state of acceptance and joy. The practice of gratitude illuminates the darkest paths, offering a renewed vision of the beauty and abundance that surround us, even in the most challenging circumstances. This grateful attitude towards life opens the doors to a richer and more satisfying existence, where every experience, good or bad, is welcomed with an open heart. If you have found inspiration and value in this journey through Stoic lessons, we invite you to join our community. Subscribe to the channel, activate the bell to not miss upcoming videos, and share this message with those who, like you, are in search of wisdom and personal growth. Leave a comment below with the lesson that struck you the most or share your personal experience with Stoicism. Together we can explore new paths to a life full of meaning and resilience. Join us on this journey of discovery and transformation.